You're just someone I settled for until I could find better, she said while packing her bags, so I quietly let her go. Now she's evicted, dumped, and begging me to take her back. Hey. Before we move on to the video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Thanks. I never thought I'd be writing one of these stories, but here we are. I'm 29M, and until 4 months ago, I thought I had my life figured out. I was with Sarah, 27F, for 3 years, living together for the last 2. She worked in marketing at a tech company. I'm an electrician. We split expenses, cooked together, planned vacations. I genuinely believed we were building something real. The red flags started 8 months ago. Sarah began working late constantly, dressing in expensive clothes she couldn't afford, and getting defensive when I asked about it. I need to look professional, Mark. You wouldn't understand. You don't work in a corporate environment. Her phone became off limits, always face down. She'd take calls in the bathroom or step outside. When I mentioned it, she'd snap. God, Mark, you're so paranoid. I'm allowed to have privacy, aren't I? The worst part was her attitude toward me. Little comments that grew into outright contempt. Maybe you should aim higher than just being an electrician forever, she said one night. Some people have actual careers. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Forget it. But she didn't forget it. The comments kept coming, each one designed to make me feel small. 3 months ago, I decided to surprise her at work with takeout from her favorite Thai place. When I got to her building, I texted her. No response. I waited 20 minutes, then called. Straight to voicemail. I was about to leave when I saw her coming out of the elevator with Derek, the VP of sales she'd mentioned. Tall, expensive suit, perfect hair. I watched her laugh at something he said, touch his arm, look at him the way she used to look at me. They walked right past me, so absorbed in each other they didn't notice me standing there holding Thai food like an idiot. I drove home and waited. She came back at 1:30 a.m. Where were you? I asked. Work. I told you. We had that big presentation. Sarah, I feel like we're drifting apart. We barely talk anymore, and I feel like I'm living with a roommate, not a girlfriend. She was quiet for a long moment. Maybe that's because you're not the person I thought you were when we started dating. What do you mean? I thought you had ambition. I thought you wanted more than just this. She gestured around dismissively. But you're content being ordinary. You're content with your little job and your little life, and I'm not. Are you seeing someone else? For just a second, I saw guilt flicker across her face. That's a horrible thing to ask. It's not an answer. No, Mark. I'm not seeing someone else. But I'm also not happy. Over the next few weeks, things got worse. She became crueler, more distant. Then came the night that ended everything. I came home from a late job to find her packing a suitcase. What's going on? I'm leaving. We're done. Just like that. It's not just like that, Mark. This has been building for months. I thought we were trying to work on things. She looked at me with complete coldness. I was trying to let you down easy. I thought maybe you'd figure it out on your own. Figure what out? That you're not enough for me. That you're never going to be enough for me. The words hit like a physical blow. Sarah, look, Mark, you're a good guy. You're dependable and kind, but that's not what I need. I need someone who can match my energy, someone who understands my ambitions. I support your career. You support my career by staying out of the way. That's not the same thing. She went back to packing. I'm going to stay with Derek until I find my own place. How long? 2 months. We've been together for 2 months. While you were living here. While you were sleeping in my bed. I wasn't cheating. I was figuring out what I wanted. And what I want isn't this. What is this, exactly? This is you working your little job, coming home dirty, and thinking that's enough. This is you being satisfied with being ordinary. Derek owns his own company. He's successful, sophisticated. He can offer me a future that actually goes somewhere. And I can't. No, Mark. You can't. And the worst part is that you don't even want to. She grabbed her suitcase. I'll be back for the rest of my stuff. Sarah, is this really what you want? For a moment, she looked uncertain. Then her face hardened. Yes. You're a good guy, Mark, but you're just someone I settled for until I could find better. And now I have. She walked out. I heard the door close, her car start. I didn't cry or scream or punch walls. I just sat there, feeling empty. Then I got up and made plans. I transferred everything to my name only, changed all passwords, packed her remaining things in boxes. I didn't call or text her. I just quietly erased her from my life. She came back that weekend with Derek waiting in his BMW. She looked around at the boxes I'd prepared. You boxed everything up. I figured it would be easier. Mark, I hope you know this isn't personal. It's not personal that you called me ordinary and said you settled for me. I hope you understand that this is about what I need, not what's wrong with you. I understand perfectly. She hesitated at the door. Are you going to be okay? I'm going to be fine. And I was. I threw myself into work, picked up side jobs, started saving again. I worked out, reconnected with friends I'd neglected. I also watched Sarah and Derek's social media. At first, it was all expensive restaurants and weekend trips. Sarah looked happy, but there was something performative about it. Then the posts became less frequent, and Derek looked increasingly annoyed. I heard through friends that Derek's company was in trouble. He'd been embezzling funds for those expensive dates. 6 weeks after she left, Sarah called me at 2 a.m. Mark, can you talk? It's 2 a.m. I need someone to talk to. Derek and I broke up. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you? Mark, I made a mistake. A huge mistake. I was wrong about everything. Derek's company is going under. He's been stealing money, and he's mean. Really mean. He says things you would never say. Why are you calling me? Because I realized I gave up the best thing in my life for someone who doesn't even like me. I want to come home. This isn't your home anymore. Mark, please. I know I hurt you, but we can make it right. You told me I was someone you settled for. I was wrong. I was stupid and scared and wrong. And now you want to come back because Derek turned out to be a disappointment. Because I realized what I had with you. What did you have with me, Sarah? Someone who loved me. Someone who was kind. Someone who would have done anything for me. Would have. Past tense. Mark, please. I'm begging you. Then respect my decision when I tell you no. Mark, no, Sarah. You don't get to come back. You don't get to decide I'm good enough now that your upgrade didn't work out. I love you. No, you don't. You love having a safety net. But you don't love me. I do, Mark. I really do. If you loved me, you wouldn't have done what you did. Some mistakes are too big to fix. I'm homeless. Derek kicked me out. I have nowhere to go. That's not my problem. How can you be so cold? I learned from the best. Mark, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry doesn't change anything. It could, if you let it. I don't want to let it. I don't want to go back to being the person you settle for. Why didn't you call me when things were going well with Derek? Why didn't you apologize when you were happy? Silence. Goodbye, Sarah. I hung up and blocked her number. Over the next month, she tried everything. Different numbers, emails, showing up at my building. I blocked it all. The final attempt came 2 weeks ago. She was sitting on my building steps, looking terrible. I've been waiting for 3 hours. I told you I don't want to see you. I got evicted. I lost my job. Derek spread rumors about me, said I was involved in his embezzlement. I'm sorry. I have nothing. No job, no home, no money. Derek didn't destroy everything. You made a choice. You chose to leave me for him. You chose to call me ordinary. Derek didn't make you do that. I was wrong about everything. Yes, you were. I threw away the best thing in my life. Yes, you did. So why won't you let me fix it? I looked at her and felt nothing. Not anger, not sadness. Nothing. Because I don't want to fix it. I don't want to be with someone who thinks so little of me that they can throw me away the moment they think they've found an upgrade. I would never do that again. You're right. Because I'm not giving you the chance. What am I supposed to do? Figure it out. Call your family. Find a job. Do whatever you need to do, but do it without me. I can't do it without you. Sure you can. You're the same person who left me because you were too good for me. Go be extraordinary. That was all bullshit. No, that was the truest thing you ever said to me. The only thing that's changed is you found out you were wrong about Derek. So that's it. You're just going to let me suffer. I'm not letting you do anything. I'm just not preventing it. That's cruel. Is it? Or is it just what you taught me? I saw the exact moment she realized I was serious. I loved you, she said quietly. No, you didn't. When someone loves you, they don't call you ordinary. They don't tell you you're not enough. They don't leave you for someone else. There's nothing ordinary about being loved by someone who would do anything for you. You're right. But you gave that up. And now you want it back. Well, you can't have it. Why not? Because I'm not that person anymore. The person who would do anything for you doesn't exist anymore. You killed him when you walked out. I never threw you away. You literally told me I was someone you settled for until you could find better. That's the definition of throwing someone away. I don't think of you that way anymore. I don't care. Because I think of you that way now. What do you mean? I mean you had your chance to be with me, and you threw it away. Now you want another chance, but I don't want to give you one. So what am I supposed to do? Live with your choices. I walked toward my building. This is really it? This is really goodbye. This is really it. I'm going to regret this for the rest of my life. Yeah, I said. You probably are. I went inside and didn't look back. That was 2 weeks ago. She hasn't contacted me since. I heard she moved back with her parents in another state. I'm not celebrating her misfortune, but I'm not losing sleep over it either. Here's what I learned. Love isn't about being someone's backup plan. It's about finding someone who thinks you're extraordinary exactly as you are. Someone who chooses you not because you're convenient, but because you're irreplaceable. Sarah never saw me as irreplaceable. She saw me as replaceable and tried to replace me. The fact that her replacement was worse doesn't make me her consolation prize. I'm 29 years old with a good job, nice apartment, great friends, and my whole life ahead of me. I'm not wasting it on someone who took me for granted and only wanted me back after exhausting other options. I'm not bitter or angry. I'm just done. Because whatever comes next, it's going to be with someone who knows my worth. Someone who doesn't need to lose me to appreciate me. Someone who sees me as their first choice, not their last resort. Sarah taught me that I deserve better than being someone's backup plan. And now I'm going to go find it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button.